In hindsight, I wish we got Dad to the doctor sooner.
I hadn't come to terms of the fact that I'm possibly going to die.
It's hard to imagine that you won't be affected in a significant way with a diagnosis of cancer, even when your oncologist sits there and says, mate, you're cured. But we're going to have to keep an eye on it.
As mining companies, we spend a lot of time ensuring our people are safe at work, and rightly so. Everyone must go home safe at the end of each day or shift. However, this presentation addresses an issue that is just as important as any of our workplace health initiatives. It aims to raise your awareness and help prevent the most frequently occurring cancer in Australia to affect both men and women. The messages in this presentation are clear. They have certainly raised my awareness, and I am sure you and your loved ones will benefit from them greatly.
I was diagnosed with rectal cancer at the age of 52. It's a disease attached to the bowel cancer. Initial shocks, well, am I going to survive? And that's what I was worried about right from the beginning. Am I going to survive? How am I going to survive it? What's going to happen? How will my family cope? And there were so many things running through my mind in the initial stages. Mate, I was having some major challenges.
Losing my dad, the emotions of the thought of losing my dad for our family, like there's 3 sisters, that was probably the biggest effect. Having to come to terms with the fact that Dad might not be here in 6 months. That was a huge effect on the family.
Basically through that period that we kept him employed, and he was on light duties, obviously not doing too much. He had access to his laptop and his mobile phone, and there were some days where he just couldn't pick up the phone or do anything, and then he had good days when things were okay. And I think what kept him going was the support that he got from the mines and his customers, that there were so many people on a daily basis just phoning him up and asking how he was going.
And it was great that we had family and friends, and it got through us that process. But for people that aren't prepared, and I would believe that 90% of us aren't prepared, that if we use all our sick leave and all our annual leave, what happens from there? Where does the income come from?
Well, for a patient with average risk, i.e. no family history of bowel cancer, screening should probably start about the age of 50. And that could...
Don't assume that it won't happen to you or it can't happen to you. Yes, it can. So go and get checked. If you've got a problem, go and get it checked.